Hi, this is Linda with Tarot and Mysteries. This time I wanted to share what is Tarot New Year's reading and why I created my own version for this spread. If you look out there, if you would Google right now, you would probably find different spreads for New Year's readings with tarot cards. And majority of them, and the ones that I had also been taught, were usually using the systems together with astrology. Like, for example, astrology has the 12 houses. So it would go with those principles of the 12 houses, which aligns with our 12 months. So, of course, there's that connection. And it does show a very good way of looking at the year. And it's going to go more in specific areas since there are the 12 houses. But since that's not my field, I I like to do this sort of reading for myself or for fun, but I don't really do it for my clients. And when I started to become a professional tarot reader, which is more than a year ago, then I realized at one point that I like to do very in depth readings, meaning I like to go to the root of whatever issue a person has to really find where the problem is coming from, to be able to understand it, like to take it out in the light, look at it, and once you understand, oh, it's there, you can do something about it. Then you have the opportunity to choose on your own self. Do I want to continue like this or do I want to change it? So that's the way I like to work with tarot with my clients. And I realized, yes, these spreads were very nice, but for me, they were lacking the depth that I personally needed as a tarot reader for my clients. So at one point, this beautiful idea came to me, and I created my own version of what I call the New Year's read, the New Year's spread. And my version does not include the 12 houses, or sometimes there are other themes, maybe 7 themes or something else. So it doesn't include that. It is different. And in case you want to know, continue to watch. So the New Year's spread includes using multiple tarot card decks. Often I'll use 3, sometimes 2. I haven't gone more than 3. I mean, it doesn't have to be this way, but I like to make it very, very bold and big in the sense that there's a lot of information to pull from. Because, in my opinion, each tarot deck has a bit of new info there. Plus, by giving each deck has 78 cards. That just gives way more chances to pull out very interesting combinations of cards. So 3 times 78, those are the chances that I often work for this New Year's spread. And with that, I will literally look at the person's year. So most of us, we have some kind of thing that we're striving for, right? Like something in either very deep in us, more like in our subconscious, or we very knowingly know that, yes, I'm very focused on career. I really want to have better career. Or someone else is like, okay, I really in depth want to have a loving relationship. So that's going to be the focus. So most of us, we have these topics of focus. Either they are already specific goals, like if somebody wants to become a manager in their work position, that's a very specific goal. Or maybe it's more vague, like I want to be happy in a happy relationship. That's a bit of a bigger goal, but it's still there. And I like to call those our intentions. So oftentimes when we live, we have this intention inside of us, something that, we just naturally want and need and we are striving for. So in our self-development journey, either it's spiritual or not, whatever, we develop, we change, we grow. So in that sort of a journey, these intentions tend to play a very big role. So oftentimes our life gives us the perfect challenges so that we could get to that space of actually getting what we want. And then, all these problems and issues tend to come up that truly make our life not so great. But oftentimes, exactly those moments make us think and realize and maybe even feel to the level that, oh, maybe I want to change something. Maybe I want to understand something. Maybe there's something more. And those are the sort of moments that, help us to just question and do the proper inner understanding and healing and mindfulness. So when all those things happen, the intention is there. It pushes us. And with the New Year spread that I do, we get very clear on what our intention is for the next year. So I don't do just a tarot reading. I also do a guided meditation that I specify for each person. So it's a very personal and intimate experience. And in that guided meditation, we get clear on how we want to be in 1 year. And that's not a space that your mind will create. That's a deeper place. I truly get my clients into a space where it's truly coming like from a different level. It's like a heart level that tells us what we truly desire in our depths. And if someone believes in spirituality, it often seems to be very much so connected with our soul's purposes. So all that tied together, we create this true understanding that we truly wish to experience in our lives. And by doing that meditation, I also show that it is possible to experience it. And the beauty of it is that often people that wish for something, for example, a happy, healthy relationship, maybe they have never had one. So they literally don't know how it would be. And this sort of meditation and process for the first time often gives that feeling and understanding what it is. So it's a truly in-depth moment. And once that is done, we go on with the tarot reading, which shows how to get there. So we have this 1 year, these 12 months, and tarot will show the possibilities for each month, how to get there. So I pull a few cards for each month, and that's how I will be able to see the whole way of what to let go of, what to do more, very specific suggestions, and an ability to look at one's life and one's thinking patterns, and ability to see that, hey, you could change those and get to a new place. So this is a very empowering spread because it creates this beautiful place from which you see that you yourself could do it. Because oftentimes when we are wanting to create something and get more something in our life, in other words, manifest, then we simply tend to think like what I have to do, blah, blah, blah. But that's not this only thing that we need to do in order to get there. We literally have to change our whole way of being to be able to manifest to the next level of ourselves. So manifestation isn't just dreaming of something and then it magically appears. It's also changing ourselves to the level that it is normal to be in our lives. And for example, if one has in-depth fear of relationships, it will be very hard to find somebody, even if they are in front of our eyes, because if our fear is the one that is leading us, it's going to be very hard. So in these sort of readings, it will really show up what are the things to let go of, what are the things to understand, and what activities and things could be very helpful to truly create the life that we want. Not just magically receive it, but also create it. And then the magic does happen, because sometimes all we need is to believe. And then things can just magically just get themselves ready for it. And yeah, if you're interested in the whole idea of how I see manifestation and everything, let me know in the comments below. I'm very glad to share my manifestation stories. Here I can tell you how I manifested my ideal partner. And if in future you want to know other stories of what I've manifested, you can let me know in the comments. So I could say that this tarot spread isn't just about looking what a year from now on could be. It's more about how to manifest ourselves into the life that we desire. So that's what my New Year's spread is about. It's a slightly different thing than what the ones you might see out there. And, it goes to a very different place, which empowers us to be able to, especially around New Year's, to be able to see like a clearer plan, a guiding system that is telling us, like, oh, you could think about this month, or you can remember that, maybe this is an important topic to go into and release before, this new year starts. And the very good thing from my past clients that I've noticed about this spread is that it can actually give the results faster than the specific months that something has shown that is possible. So sometimes all we need is to believe and just start to act upon it and create these very powerful moments in our lives to get there. So this is the New Year spread made by me. And in case you want to get a session with me, be quick, send me a message there below. You will find the links and information how to, because these spreads are very popular around December and January, so not many spots are left. But either way, it doesn't have to be around this time. It can also be around one's birthday, or maybe you wish to do it randomly on your own because you want to create something in your life. For example, when I created this spread, it was very powerful for me myself, because at that point I just had started to see my own business very seriously, and that gave me a lot of suggestions how to get to where I want to in 1 year, because that's a very attainable goal to work for 1 year instead of like 10 years or the huge goals that I also have. So yeah, this is how it works and how I can explain it to my followers and clients. And in case you want to learn anything else from me, again, comment below and let me know. So this has been a very interesting journey for me with this spread, and I'm curious to see what beautiful new experiences it will bring to the new people that get to have the suggestions this year. And this has been my YouTube channel, and I'm Tarot Mysteries, Linda, and I'm wishing you the most blissful growth that is possible out there.